Hi and welcome to Everyday Vlogging with Rich Pasini. Today is March 4th, 2019. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. I hope you like the content and you come back for more. Today I want to just jump right into it. I want to do the reseller news and I want to try to keep it short as possible. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Okay, before I get started with the reseller news, I just wanted to show you a little comparison here for those who are new. If you are considering selling on eBay, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Bonanza. I know you're probably thinking this is leading into a segue, but not necessarily. I just want to show you the comparisons. I often wonder sometimes who copied off of who. If Bonanza copied off of eBay, eBay copied off of Bonanza. But if you look at my store here and you look the way they got this laid out, you know, it's almost similar to Bonanza. All right, and I'm going to show you Bonanza one in a second, but this is the stuff I have right now going on at eBay, right? But check this out, folks. This is with Bonanza, okay? And it's almost the same similarity, right? The way it's lined up, right? If you think about it, look at the format, right? It's almost the same thing. But I don't know if you guys are familiar with Bonanza. It's not a bad selling platform. I really, you know, I can't say it's the worst, but I did make some sales off it. Not many. But it is a pretty decent platform. What I do like about Bonanza, as opposed to the eBay selling store, this one here has a lot real-time chat. So right now it says sellers online. So if anybody wanted to contact me, you can see it's 4:10 p.m. here. I'm on the East Coast here in New York. Somebody could chat with me right now if they wanted to. Although you don't get that much traffic on Bonanza, but it's not bad. You know, and what happens is when you go with Bonanza, if you do sign up with them, if you look over here, you could also import your goods. Let me just get this message out here. If you look over here really quick, these messages drive me crazy. If you look over here, it says over here you can import from Amazon, eBay, Etsy, and Shopify. Okay. eBay is not bad. Like I said, if you do sell on Amazon, you can, you know, import your stuff there. It's not copy and paste, so you don't have to worry about that. If you did want to, you know, import your listings on Bonanza, it's not bad. People might say, well, if it's not, you know, if you're not get that money sales from it, why would you want to do that? I think it's double exposure. You know, it's a mirrored image of what's being sold on eBay. The only difference is here is I have these prices are dropped at 5%. It's either 4 or 5% on these. So if somebody was to buy off of here, and you still get the best, you know, you still get to use the best offer on this as well. That's the difference between here. So if you want to save a buck or two or some little amount of money, you would go to Bonanza on this particular case, and you would buy. You get a little cheaper. Now here's the only thing that does drive me crazy with Bonanza is I have this listed on eBay for $17.99 or something like that, and they didn't. When I did the update, this didn't come off. These prices didn't come up. So on this one here, I'm gonna have to change this here. I'm gonna have to change some of these prices here. When you update, it's supposed to change the prices. But I just want to say one thing before I close out of here. If you're gonna sell on Bonanza, and you make a sale on Bonanza, go right to eBay and remove it. And vice versa. If you make a sale on eBay, go right to Bonanza and remove it, because by the time they update it, in some cases, it'll still be on there, it'll still show as active. And you'll have a problem because now, even though you sold the item, Bonanza is showing it's active, and you're going to have to explain to the buyer, well, this item's been sold already. Oh my gosh, those messages drive me crazy. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to share that really quickly with you guys. So yeah, I just wanted to show you the similarities between the eBay store and Bonanza. All right, let's get right to it. What is this here? What am I looking at here? Oh yeah, this one here. All right, this one here. Now, for those who are new, I do not read everything verbatim. I'm hoping this ain't gonna kick on here because I want to keep it quiet. All right. I think I talked about this once before. This here is from the URL is Kidspot. Yeah, kidspot.com.au. It says over here, don't spend thousands of dollars on the closed toy series, and this deals with, I believe, in the UK. Or is this Australia? It might be the Australian one, I guess. I don't know. That's what it looks like, AU. Yeah, we were talking about these here once before, about these little miniaturized toys here. And I guess the story came out. It says, I didn't think that I had to say this, but here we are. It goes on to say, I will probably never understand humans. It says, recently a rare piece of plastic that is identical to another piece of plastic, except for its color, has appeared on eBay, apparently sold for thousands. I don't know. Like I said again, I don't. This store here and these toys or whatever, unless you have somebody that's in a, that's a relative and that lives in that country or whatever is going to ship these over to you. I haven't seen these things around. But I'm not going to expand too much on this topic, but it goes on to say here, no one, it says now, I'm one of the 100% of hoping 45 or so people bidding on thousands in order to purchase a rare gold Billy Banana stickies and are total fakers. I hope for the sake of humanity that no one is really spending that much money on a total utter nonsense. But I can't be sure. After seeing all the chaos last year, the little shop collections, I'm starting to lose those faith in society. According to this here, this is what they're showing. You would see it's listing here. I don't know if this is sold, just a list price. Well, it has bids on it, actually, it's showing here. Hey, you know what? But then again, are you surprised? I mean, anything pretty much sells on eBay. Well, within reason, of course. But anyway, if you want to read the rest of this story, folks, it's the www.kidspot.com.au. Okay, you could look that story up. So you can see I got some windows open up, so I really want to try to do this as quick as possible. Here's another one here. Now, this is from Tamebay. The URL is www.tamebay.com. This story came out March 1st, 2019. If you hear me kicking dates out there, folks, I just want you to know it's recent, not too old. Okay, this one was by Chris Dawson. It says for sale, eBay. That's the topic, the title over here. eBay Marketplace sale possibility confirmed by eBay. I don't know. Let's see a little over here. It says eBay initiated strategic review of its asset portfolio, included but not limited to the StubHub and eBay Classifieds group. That can be taken to be include the possibility of an eBay Marketplace sale, confirming rumors we reported early on this week. eBay today announced several new initiatives with the goal of positioning eBay for ongoing success and value creation. All right. You can read the rest of the story here. I expanded a little on this topic. I think I did this last week as well. There were people throwing things out there, their own scenario things like it'd be nice if Walmart bought it, if Amazon bought it. What was another one that they said? They mentioned another company. I can't remember offhand. And I responded to it. I said, well, I don't know about Walmart. I don't know about the other companies. I can't remember offhand. But I said it'd probably be nice if Amazon was to buy it. That would be a mega monolithic company, because if they bought it between the two, that would be one big, talk about a 900-pound gorilla in the e-commerce arena. That would really be something, right? If Bonanza would buy it, But I don't know. I don't know, But then it goes on to say here, what's in it for the sellers? There's a lot of talk of success and of value creation, operating strategic reviews, eBay's full potential, but that's all referring to the investor value and returns. Success is measured by different yardsticks, depending if an investor or a user of eBay for sellers' success would largely be measured in more sales with lower overall proportion of fees to see the GMV growing in double digits rather than the 0 to 2% predicted for 2019. Predicted for 2019, right? For 2019 there, yeah. Again, I'm not going to read too much into this here, folks. If you would like to read the rest of this story, you could check it out. All right, it's I'll give the URL one time. It's www.tamebay.com, and the story you're looking for is eBay Marketplace sale possibly confirmed by eBay. I don't know. That's yet to be seen. I wonder what would happen if that would probably be a very interesting story here to put up on the Reseller News. Let's go right along here. Oh, same thing here. I picked an extra one here. Here's one, guys, if you're not familiar with. This is another one I like. There's well, actually, there's three. There's Skip McGrath, which is now Tamebay, and I also love ecommercebytes.com. Those are my favorite resources where I get information about eBay and Amazon and so on. But this one here, for all intents and purposes, if you don't know, Skip McGrath used to be, from what I read a while back, he was an eBay seller. Now he's got a just Amazon seller resource and tools. He did on one of his, I think it was one of his email notifications, that he talked about that he used to be a seller on eBay, but he hasn't done as much anymore. I don't know. You got to read that story. I don't know which one it was. He posts a lot. Very good. How I found out about Skip McGrath was I used to listen to eBay radio, and he would come on. He'd make appearances on the show. There's a talk host, and he would talk about eBay and giving his advice and opinions and so on and so forth. But this one, it says over here, this particular topic, this came out on February 26, 2019, is by Skip McGrath. Are you being scammed or harassed by Amazon buyers? Now, this story is pretty long here, so I'm not going to read the whole thing, But if you guys get a chance, I'm going to give you the URL and check it out. Especially if you are an Amazon seller, he's also got the resource and tools as well. So if you're not familiar with him, I highly recommend you check him out. You can follow him on Facebook and Twitter. So let me give you the URL. It's www.blog.skipmcgrath.com. And the story you're looking for is, are you being scammed or harassed by Amazon buyers? I would read this thing. I read the whole thing already, but I get tongue-tied talking about it. So check them out if you get a chance, guys, okay? All right, let's move right along. This one over here came out, this one's March 2nd, okay, 2019. Survey, what do you think of the eBay good till cancel policy? All right, this is by Ina Steiner. Ina Steiner, if you don't know, she's the owner of E-Commerce Bytes. That's the company right here. And let me give the URL while we're on that topic. It's www.ecommercebytes.com. Okay, and when you're there, check out the little scrolling bar over here. This is usually updated stuff, the latest. Okay, and this is the one we're talking about today. This is what she's talking about. See, from March 4th. Okay, always check the little latest one to be able to see, and that's what we're on right now. It goes on to say, survey, what do you think of eBay good to cancel policy? It says starting in mid-March 2019, eBay will make all fixed price listings permanent through the good to cancel GTC format. eBay announced that the change as part of its early seller update. It goes on to say it's a major change in several ways. Importantly, sellers will no longer be able to list short duration fixed price listing, though they will still be able to have duration flexibility in the auction listing. So basically, to buy it now, that's the ones I think that's going to be affecting, which is what I usually sell on, to buy it now. But who knows? Maybe I'll change to auction. I don't know. In addition, all of their fixed price listings will auto renew. Now, here's the thing I said once before on my other videos. Being that's going to come into play, if you don't, right, remember this here, if you do, I have a starter store where I get 100 free listings a month, okay? But let's say I want to sell, I get my 100 free listings and I want to sell an additional 100, that's going to cost me, well, with the store, you get, for me, additional is 30 cents versus 35 cents, okay? So you're saving a nickel, all right, for the people that don't have stores. Now, what happens is it automatically, especially if you're going to do it by now, it automatically will go into good to cancel category, right? If things don't sell on that with those 100 listings, or additional 100 listings, it'll auto renew and you will get a nice little hefty insertion fee if you keep doing it, depending on, well, I'm using it as 100, but suppose you're a person that's doing it that says 500 or 1,000 and it goes into good to canceled, you're going to have a big insertion fee. I know, because I went through this already with them before I had a store, and I was getting high bills because I had everything good to canceled. And it was a nightmare. And I said in my other videos, I hate good to cancel. I don't want to use them. And now look what happens. Lo and behold, we got good to cancel. All right, unless you go with the auctions. So here's my take on it, folks. When that time comes, they said mid-March. When that happens, it goes full effect. What I would do is just keep a tab on it on a 29th day. If you feel you're not gonna, if you don't, well, this is if you don't want the good to cancel and you don't want to auto renew. Just end all the listings that are on the good, with that there, and just pick and choose the ones you want. Like I said again, with the starter store, I think is pretty more efficient for me, because I get, for $4.95, I did the yearly payment. For $4.95, I get 100 free listings, and my insertion fees, anything over 100 is 30 cents, per listing, is additional. So you might want to check into that, especially if you're a small-time seller. I am considered a small-time seller, so for me, the $4.95 a month works for me. Okay. Now, if you're not, you will get the 50 free listings a month. I think it's either comes out in the first or the second of the month. You get the 50 free listings. So if you want to just feel the waters, like let's say you're new and you want, you're just trying to, dabble your feet in there and see what eBay is all about, you could go with the 50 free insertion, the 50 free listings. All right, and you could try that out. I recommend anybody before. Outside of, I always tell people don't quit your day job, of course, but I always recommend for people who are going to get involved with eBay to, to try the 50 free listings and sell stuff around the house. Unless you want to go sourcing, that's totally up to you. I would try to keep it low key and low scale on this day as far as when it comes to selling on eBay, because you don't want to make a big hefty investment and find out later on you got your money tied up in inventory, especially if it's not moving like me. My stuff ain't moving that quick, believe me. So that's why I haven't been sourcing in a while. But anyway, check into that there. You know the URL and you know the story. So let's move right along. All right, because I don't want to expand too much on. Not there's much to read on here, but well, let's see what they got over here anyway. Maybe I could just do this here. It is really small. It says we're conducting a survey so sellers can explain how the new GTC policy impacts them and what changes they plan to make as a result of the new policy, if any. We want to give sellers a voice. We will publish the results in a future issue of e-commerce bites. We hope that you will participate in taking the survey, and you could take it over here. It's an active hyperlink. You can click on the surveymonkey.com, and that will take you there. And then over here, they got over here. These are some of the comments. I like reading the comments here. Let's, for example, look at this one here. First one. 100% bad idea. Listings will be buried like never before. eBay will be littered with trash listings that never end, or they'll just have to start showing less items than they do today. Okay. It says over here, this particular person saying it does not make a difference to me as long as I see the sales right now. I get the sales when I'm listing and it is new or coming to an end. Out of all their updates, this seems to be the least harmful one to me. See, everyone's going to have different opinions on this stuff here, and there's quite a bit here, and I'm not going to read them all. But I love reading the comments that the people have to say about this topic. Again, if you want to check it out, you know the URL. Let's move right along. Okay, eBay. It goes on. This one here came out March 1st, 2019. eBay officially explores a sale or spin-off of company. Ooh, okay. Let's see what we got to say here. To see the update in the post below, eBay may break up the company with the help of outsiders. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm just saying. I'm just a little, because every time you read different companies that talk about this, it's always a little different. There's a little, difference in the way they post the story. It says over here, see update for the post that eBay may break up the company with the help of outsiders, a move that has been seen as a possibility since January 22nd. Under pressure from activist investors demanding eBay to improve its lackluster in performance, the company announced today it will explore the sale or spin-off of its assets. Now, the last one they were talking about, the spin-off of their assets, was StubHub and the classifieds. Now, at the here's right over here. This is it. That's what I was talking about. eBay, with the assistance of the external financial, I'm kind of skipping around here, with the financial advisors, had initiated a strategic review of its, these messages drive me crazy, review of its asset portfolio, including but not limited to StubHub and eBay Classified Group. eBay wrote the words, not limited to, are important, since it leaves an open possibility eBay could sell off its eBay marketplace business. So that's what I was talking about earlier. Okay. Whenever you see this thing highlighted in blue, those are active hyperlinks. You could click them on. Now here's what I was talking about before. Sellers said they would prefer Google. Oh, that's right. Google was another one. Would prefer Google over Amazon as a possible acquirer of eBay by a wide margin, 18% to 5% respectively. But slightly more sellers, 20%, would rather see the board take eBay private. And then it says over here, see e-commerce by its blog post for the complete breakdown. Now, if you click that on there, it'll take you to that blog post, and you can read a lot more about it. Pretty interesting. I knew there was another one. I forgot. Google, yeah. I don't know. Me personally, I think Amazon would probably be a best bet for it because it is on the e-commerce platform. But who's to say? Again, I don't know what the outcome is going to be. That's a yet-and-see situation. We'll have to see how that plays out. Let's move right along. Let's click this guy out here. Are you going to end here? Let's see. Here we go. All right. This person here has said, has there been a lawsuit? This one came out March 2nd, 2019. Has there been a lawsuit against eBay unpaid item policy? This person is writing in and says, dear item on an auction for 7 days, a buyer does not pay, but eBay charges a fee even knowing that it's not a transaction till the buyer pays. Seller waits 48 hours before being allowed to open an unpaid item case. That's what I have. I got two people that didn't make the purchases yet. Anyway, it drives me crazy. But anyway, it says seller waits 48 hours before allowed to open an unpaid item case. And for what? To get a refund or on a fee that should have never been charged. And if you forget to do it, eBay will charge you that fee on your next bill, knowing that it was never supposed to have been charged since the buyer didn't pay. I don't know. Have you guys been noticing? At least I have. That there's two people. I think I don't know if I still have them on there. I got to see, but I have been opening an unpaid buyer case because this person made they did a buy it now. They made it, an offer, and I accepted it. And now it's been like this. I think is the third day going on. I waited a little too long. Anyway, I'm going to open up a unpaid buyer case after I do this video. I don't know why This is the thing that really cracks me up with these people when they do that. Why would they make a best offer and I accept it? Why do I have to contact? Now this is the third time I already contacted this person 3 times. So strike 3, he's out. I'm opening an unpaid item case. I'm not going to wait anymore. I'm not going to waste time. I even messaged a person stating, if you don't want the item, could you please let me know so it could be relisted? Never got any word back from this person. So I don't know, what the story is. Why do people do that? I really wish the buyers, and there's nothing against them, but if you're going to make a purchase or a best offer or buy it now, why don't you pay up front? Why do you got to wait to make the sellers jump through hoops to get paid, So it's just more work and it's annoying, but it is what it is. I don't know what you guys think about it. If you want to, expand a little on the topic, drop it in the comment below. Let's move right along here. Okay, resellers. All right, let's hold on before we do this here. I want to see something here. I want to get to that one in a little bit. eBay execs unprepared for good to cancel double billing problem. This came out March 3rd, yesterday, 2019. It goes on to say eBay executives and managers were caught off guard by a complication in a new good till cancel GTC policy that would roll out in mid-March. The vice president of seller experience at eBay, Harry Temkin, was forced to issue an update on March 1st, 3 days after eBay announced the early spring seller update, though eBay has yet to post an update on the main seller announcement board. Temkin said that eBay was aware of the concerns about the 30-day order renewal period not syncing with the monthly billing cycles. Since some months have been 31 days or 30-day automatic renewal, all fixed price listings will result in double billing for some points. Temkin wrote, "We're looking into this. Thank you for your patience." Let me tell you something, folks. If this is the case, and I highly recommend you do it, don't always bet on eBay being upfront and stuff with this here, because for the simple reason is I read in the past where there were certain problems with billing or other issues. They had other issues when it came to like with the shipping and pricing with the postage and stuff like that. There's been a little discrepancies there, so you may want to double check and make sure that when this does go into effect that you are not getting double billing for the good till canceled. So definitely check into that there, despite what they say here, okay? Because if you don't follow through with it and you have it like, well, for me, my eBay account is attached to my business account, and I check that every single day. I want to make sure I check my bank account every day to make sure that money is coming in and going out, to the prospective people. So and in this case, it'd be eBay as well. So you definitely want to make sure, don't take their word for it. Double check it, because that could happen. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of glitches. There's a lot of changes going on with eBay. So anything is possible, folks. This doesn't surprise me at all. But it seems like it's going to be a problem. But anyway, the story. Let's move right along to the very last one. And what happened here? Oops, what happened here? I clicked the wrong tab. Okay, sorry guys. This one here, reseller. A resource on new sales tax rules for remote sellers. This came out March 2nd, 2019. Somebody wrote in. And this is a small one here, so I'll read this here. Dear Ryan, I thought you might be interested in some information on the current sales tax rules for online and offline sellers and the sales thresholds that trigger required sales tax remittance on for all of the states that have enacted such legislation. Olivera has just sent me this link for information that they have compiled on new sales tax rules for remote, online, and offline sellers. Best regards, Vigilant Eye on eBay. Now, if you click this on here, folks, we'll just do this very quick here. You're going to see over here new sales tax rules for remote, online. Right? This is from Olivera. And if you don't know about them, you may want to check into it. I can give you the URL, but if you click on that link, it'll bring you here. But it's www.olivera.com, and you can read more about this here. It goes over what remote sellers need to know. And then, of course, it tells you a little story. On January 21st, 2018, Supreme Court of the United States ruled in favor of the South Dakota versus Wayfair, Inc. Decision allows the states to remote sale, sales to tax remote sales. Okay, what does it mean for out-of-state sellers? And then it goes on here. And here's a little map of everything here, and it tells you the states with the economic nexus, remote transactions, and so on and so forth. I think as a eBay seller or Amazon seller, we all should check into this here. Again, Like I said, I'm in the state of New York here, so yeah, they are involved, and you can see all the blues, and it's not going to be no doubt. Eventually, these are all going to turn blue as well. I would think. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So we'll see. As you notice, when we clicked on here on the Avalara site here, you could see it says you could start a chat if you want to talk to people. So if you are concerned about the sales tax ruling, you might want to check that out as well. And with that, I'm going to close this video out. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I just hope it ain't going to be too long. I just want to say in closing, folks, to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel, I just want to say thank you so much for taking your time out of your busy day to check out my videos. I do hope you get a takeaway from it, and the information is helpful to you. Like I said, I do other things besides the reseller news, so I don't want you guys to think that if you come in here, it's just going to be one specific thing, okay? My channel, as I said once before, is a diversified channel. I talk about different topics as well, and, I do the reseller news, some how-tos, do-it-yourselves. I like to share things. Like I said, I did videos on the video editing software I use, and I show you little, pointers on there, how I do things, the usual special effects, and so on and so forth. So it is a diversified, like I said, YouTube channel. Just a disclaimer, if you want to call it that. I do not discuss religion and politics on my channel, and there's no profanity. I consider my channel a kid-safe channel. What I mean by kid-safe channel is you're not going to see me doing any crazy antics or zany antics or whatever you want to call it. Jumping off of buildings, hang gliding, cliff diving, and all that stuff there. I don't do all that stuff. That's just not my nature to do that, and I will not do that stuff. And I'm not going to come on here and throw the F-bomb out and pepper it in my conversations. That's not the way it works for me. As long as I'm sitting behind this HP webcam here doing my videos, that will never happen, not on this channel. So for those who are new, you don't have to worry about hearing me use some profanity and all that other nonsense. And the reason why I think that way, and I'm looking at the YouTube creators, insiders and stuff like that, the information I get from them, they are cracking down on a lot of that stuff, okay? If you're not familiar with it, you could check out YouTube creators, I believe. They have so many different ones. That's to talk about information overload, right? I can't keep up with all the stuff that's going on right now with YouTube. But I want to say one thing in regards to... and I was going to do a separate video about it, but I'm just going to throw it out there, for argument's sake. When it comes to creating a YouTube channel, folks, there are so many different people out there, and there's good creators out there, very experienced ones that give very good advice. No doubt about it, they do. They give really great advice. And the thing I want to share with you guys is, sometimes we get so confused. I know I do. I listen to all these different guys coming out there, and they're talking about, well, what you could do to get more search, get higher in the search, ranking, or how to get more subscribers, or how to get more views and watch time on your YouTube channel. I listen to what they have to say in some cases, for the most part, and a lot of them do put out good information. But what I came to realization, folks, I think, my personal opinion, when it comes to creating a YouTube channel, first off, look at the thing that really makes you happy. Like, there's nothing wrong with creating a YouTube channel, but what's your niche? What do you like? Do you like digital photography? Do you like doing crafts, arts and crafts? Are you a painter? Do you like to build things or whatever? Do you like to do how-tos or do-it-yourself videos? Pick a niche like that there. I know there's millions of them out there. I know people say, oh, there's a lot of competition in that particular niche that you're talking about. Yeah, but the thing is, it's just like television shows, There's thousands of TV shows. Look at cable. We don't have cable here. I like free TV because I'm frugal. I like to save money. And we don't have cable. I spend 99.9% of my time is on the computer. Is right now where I'm talking to you guys is what I'm spending time. After I do this video, I go back to doing more research. I do not, watch television. And if I do watch TV, it's once a week. And it's usually how-to videos. My favorite one is Ask This Old House. And they also have two, Ask This Old House, and they also have This Old House. I like Lydia's Cooking. I like documentaries. I like things of that nature. That's the type of the shows I will take the time out of my busy day to watch it at the end of the night, so to speak. But work comes first, okay? If I'm doing work on my YouTube channel, or if I've got something going on with eBay, I'm doing research or whatever it may be, listing and stuff like that, TV is set to the side. I don't really care. If I miss it, I miss it. I don't really care. Because right now, this should be if you're going to do this and you're going to take it serious, this should be your number one priority. Your video, your YouTube channel, as far as like if that's what you would like to do. I love making videos. I do. I love making videos out there. I like interacting with people, and I hope that people will like my videos and like the content I put out, and I hope they like me as an individual. But the thing I'm trying to say is, in regards to if you're debating or like your little debacle with yourself, saying, "Geez, I don't know if I really want to create a YouTube channel. What am I going to talk about?" You know how I got into this, folks? I want to share this with you. And I didn't have no YouTube. I wasn't watching any YouTube creators or any people out there that experienced and giving me advice. You know, I got involved with this here. I was doing, and I have to attribute and give credit to eBay. And people say, eBay? eBay got you involved with this here? In what way, size, shape, or form did they get you involved? Yeah, I'll tell you how they did. When I was selling on eBay, I always thought about doing demo, intro videos, sneak peek videos. I thought about that in the beginning. And I said to myself, you know what? When I was selling items, or especially a particular thing, electronics, I like to explain things, Although I got some crazy comments sometimes, about my demo videos, but that's okay. We'll leave that for another time. Anyway, so I said to myself, I would like to create a video where people could see, what I'm selling. I thought it was a good thing, So the first thing I sold was, I put on there, I think with my memory serves me right, the first thing I sold was video I did was on the Screaming Monkey. And when you take the Screaming Monkey bananas away from, he starts screaming, wah, wah, he starts crying, all that stuff to make it all that racket. And then when you put the banana back in his hand, it's an little electronic toy, he stops. Okay, that was the first thing. And I was very apprehensive of actually going on it where you got to show your face and all that stuff there. That first video, all you seen was hands. And how I did it was I used my Sony digital camera, my video camera, not my still, even though it does MPEG, but MPEG is not really good, not that part. Anyway, and that's the first video I created, if I'm not mistaken. And that's what kind of like propelled me into doing it more and more and more. That's how I got started with creating videos on YouTube. It started off with sneak peek videos, demo videos, and intro videos. And that one there was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that was an intro video, but kind of like a demo video showing you what happens, not that it's a big thing. And I was a little apprehensive. And then I said to myself, you know what? The best thing to do is explore, folks. I have to honestly say, if you're going to create a YouTube channel, check out other YouTube creators' videos. You'll see what I'm talking about. I talked about the other day, there was a guy that talked about a Sony tripod. I have the same one. I was thinking of getting another one for my camera because I want to have a camera. What do you call it there? I wanted two tripods. I already have one, and I wanted to have one for put my video camera, and the other one was going to be for my still shot. And I wanted to have it that way. So if I'm taking pictures, I want to have my video on there. I want to show you if I'm taking pictures, whatever. I need another tripod. I have a tripod that I put up on eBay, and I took it off because this tripod is made well. It's a vintage tripod, and it works with it. It doesn't have the remote on it, but the way it's made, the construction of it, it's awesome. I had it on eBay, and I said, you know what, because I did a video, the other one I did yesterday, that I posted on there, and I used that video, I used that tripod for that. And I said to myself, you know what, after I'm looking at it and stuff like that, I said, you know what, I am not going to get rid of this here. So I said, let me go on eBay before I did the other part of it, the video. I said, let me remove it right away. Because I said, my luck, somebody will want to buy it, and I'm going to want to sell it. And this thing is made well. I think it's called a Star D, whatever. Heavy duty. It's a real good, it's heavy duty. It could hold a camera, probably. I wouldn't be surprised. I think could hold a camera like maybe 50 pounds or better. Even like one of those big heavy commercial. I'm not 50 pounds. I don't think that's a big that's a big camera, but it looks like it could hold a lot of weight. Okay, a lot of weight. Let's put it that way. It's a real solid tripod. And I took it off. right away. I said, you know what? I'm keeping this. I definitely want this one, and that's what I did. Now, if I come across another Sony one, like the one I have, that was $100 I paid for it. It came with the bag and everything. I don't know. Maybe I may sell this one, but I doubt it. Right now, I really do love it. And it's tall too. It's a nice tall one, and when it extends, Geez, I'm almost 6 foot, and when that thing extends, it's about, I would say it's close to 6 foot. So, I mean, you can have the camera up that high, but it's higher than me. But I don't think I would need it that way. I mean, I guess if you higher elevation, I guess it's good, whatever. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, and I want to keep that. But getting back to how I got involved with videos and stuff like that, that's how I broke into the, get involved with YouTube. Follow your niche, don't be apprehensive. I know some people may. I gotta say one thing though. I want to say this. I'll share this with you really quick. I never done a live video with YouTube. Like a Google, like a Hangout, not the Google, the Hangout one there. Live when you're doing a live one. I never did a live video on YouTube, but it's funny. I'll do a live one with Instagram. And the reason why, I think the reason why I feel apprehensive with doing a YouTube one is because I'm not saying I got a little over 400 subscribers. And thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I really do appreciate it. I really do. I don't know, first off, I don't know if a lot of people would watch it. And to interact with them, I don't know, I'd have to have a topic as far as what I want to actually talk about. I'm a one-man band. Now, if I had a significant other like hanging out with me, my family members, or some people are like a little apprehensive themselves. Oh, I don't want to be on YouTube, So basically, I'm the one-man band here, doing this here. So I don't know, maybe as time goes on, maybe I'll try doing a premiere one and stuff like that. But I heard, here's the thing though, folks, if you're going to do that, a premiere, like a video, a YouTube premiere video, I heard in some cases it can help, in some cases it could hurt. I heard in some cases that people will actually, in some cases, the people would actually lose subscribers as opposed to gaining them. So I don't know which way to twist the turn with that. If you guys want to leave a comment, let me know. I don't know. I mean, I'm a little apprehensive. I know people are saying, yeah, but it's almost the same thing like you're doing now. Well, the only thing I think, though, with those it's a live chat. And, people, all right, it's not like a calling thing, like people are picking up a call on the phone, but it's a live chat, and I don't know how I would react or respond to them. So I never really did that. That there kind of like gets me going, you know what I'm saying? So people say, you'll do videos, and you'll come out here doing these videos, but yet you won't do a premiere video or a live chat. Because I don't know, I just feel a little funny with it, And the people that have thousands of subscribers, and they do these here, yeah, I gotta hand it to them. I mean, I never did a live chat before. I don't know. I never did it, and I don't know if how it would go over. I really don't know. I don't know if the subscribers would come on and watch it, or I might get like maybe maybe you might get only 2 subscribers watching your video. They might not like what you're talking about, whatever. I don't know. I really don't know. That's one area I never experienced yet. I never did that there. Coming on YouTube and creating videos is like I create the video, boom, I'm done. It goes out there. I guess it's almost the same thing, but the only thing is the live chat, people are actually interacting with you. Your response to them, hopefully. So that's something to be seen with me as far as that part goes. But on Instagram, I have no problem doing a live video with Instagram because I'm not, I know it's going out there, but I don't have that many followers on Instagram, folks. To be honest with you, I don't know why I could do one, not the other. I don't know. I feel funny. I feel funny doing it on YouTube, but I would like to try it one day and see how it goes. You never know. Anyway, guys, I'm going to close this video out. It's August 4th. Oh, August. You see, I'm thinking of warm weather already. You know what it is? I'm so tired of the cold. I got like a picture over there, like a summer scene in there. I was like, yeah, that looks like a nice August hot summer day. I don't care for the winter, folks. But anyway, I'm waiting for. I can't wait for the warm weather to come around. Really, I mean, you get like cabin fever out here in New York, well, the eastern states. Like I said, I guess the whole along the East Coast, everybody gets like that. You get a cabin fever, and it's a nice sunny day out, to be honest with you. And I just want to say this thing here: all that snow that we had yesterday, they were making a big. How do you do about it? Oh, 6 to 8, 6 to 4, or whatever, or 3 to 4, or 6 inches, whatever. It all melted today. A good majority of it melted. Matter of fact, when I got up this morning, I looked outside. I thought I was going to see a lot of snow. It wasn't as bad as they anticipated. I don't know. I mean, sometimes the weatherman, I don't know. Maybe their models or what they do it there, the way they get their information from. I know it's probably from satellites and stuff like that, and they get all those readings and stuff. But maybe in certain higher elevations, the snow might be more higher. You might get more accumulation and stuff. But it wasn't as bad over here. I'm in New York. I'm in Long Island here, which is a long island. We're surrounded with a lot of water and stuff like that. Of course, it's not like living on Hawaii. I don't think it's that way. But I do live. For those who were wondering, Long Island is just like they said. It's a long island. And I'm not near the interior of the water, like those water, like near the end of the coast. I'm not over there. I would never want a house near that area because we do experience beach erosion, and I wouldn't want to be around there near the water, near the coast, because they've been, I don't know about the flooding. Like I said, I don't really do stats on my town where I live in, as far as even Long Island itself. But they do have, they do have their little quirks there where they get certain areas get flooded and stuff. But I'm not near the coast. I'm more central. I'm more inland, which I like. I'd rather be central because, you're in those low-lying areas and stuff like that. Then you got to worry about, water and stuff like that. And I'm not near that there. I'm pretty far away from the beach, the coastline. Let's put it that way. I'd rather be that way, But anyway, it's a beautiful place in the summertime. If you ever come visit New York, if you're in Manhattan, and if you ever drive out to the Hamptons, that's where you have a lot of celebrities that live out there. To be honest with you, have summer homes out there in the Hamptons. That's all the way out east. As a matter of fact, native to Long Island, well, New Yorker, but living on Long Island all my life, you'll hear people say, "I'm heading out east." Now it sounds funny. You're saying, what's out east? What is that? That's a term that we call, a phrase that we coin basically here. Like if I'll tell to my sister, my brother, or relatives, say, "Yeah, I'm heading out east today." We already know east. That's out in Suffolk County. That's Long Island. You're going out east. So that's what it's like. But yeah, and if you ever did visit, you can go to Montauk Point. It's nice. That's the end of the island, and you near a coast. You could see the Montauk Point there. The Long Island Sound, they call it. Actually, they said there are a couple of, from what I remember, a while back, they had a couple of great white sharks out there in Long Island. The Montauk, the Long Island Sound. They had a couple great white sharks. There've been other areas too, but it's really nice out there. Very picturesque. It really is nice if you haven't been there. But you should check it out, though, guys. If you ever visit New York, Manhattan, you're gonna love Manhattan. There's a lot of things to do out there. Myself, I'm about by train. If you go by train over here, it's about 45 minutes to get there from Penn Station to Manhattan. That gets you off on 34th Street. That's where the Thanksgiving Day Parade is held, on 34th Street, Macy's. And if you've never been to Macy's, that iconic store, from what I remember, if you ever watched The Miracle on 34th Street, that came out, I think, in the 30s. That was the store, supposedly, I could be wrong, that's where they filmed that movie, The Miracle on 34th Street. Really good movie. I mean, if you like, good movie. It's also a beautiful store too. If you haven't been there, I think I don't know how many stories it is, but it's up there. But the Macy's there. But there are a lot of things. There's a lot of museums. The Statue of Liberty, and it's just too much. And I'll be honest with you, if you were here in a week, you say, "I'll do a week here." To be honest, I don't think a week would cut it, because there's a lot of things to see here, a lot of things, especially if you like historic sites, like in Long Island here where I am. They got the Vanderbilt Museum over there, Cornelius Vanderbilt's museum, I think they call it Eagle's Nest. That's what it's called. There's another one. The Teddy Roosevelt, I forget what president he is, which one he was. I don't know if he's a 10th, 12th, 11th, whatever it is. I can't remember that part. But he had a house out there in Sagamore Hill in Oyster Bay. To think about it, a president of the United States living, I would say probably 15, 20 minutes from here by car, because Oyster Bay is not far at all. And you think about it, a president of the United States living so close. He had a beautiful house. It's on Sagamore Hill. And, I guess he used to commute back and forth to Manhattan, too, because I think he had offices over there, too, before he became the president. And but it's amazing, though, and there's a lot of historic sites here. If you guys like history, there's a lot of historic sites on Long Island and Manhattan as well, If you go to Fraunces Tavern, that's where George Washington made his war speech or whatever, in front, over there in Manhattan. I think it's called Fraunces Tavern. I can't even tell you, there's just way too much stuff to talk about here. It really is. And not only that, just to share this really quick, Manhattan, or I should say New York, but Manhattan, for argument's sake, is turning into, in California they call it Silicon Valley. Well, they call over here New York Silicon Alley. Okay, And I didn't realize it at first, but that eBay has an office in Manhattan. Google, I'm not sure who's the other one. Google, Amazon. Then they have, I think, I'm not sure if Etsy's over there. They have some other sites, there companies that are there as well. Amazon was, as you know, you might have heard in the news, they were going to build a corporate headquarters over there in Long Island City, but people protested. And now I heard that, I think it's some of the politicians, they want to try to get that back. They want to try to get them to come back to the table again, because they probably realized what a mistake that was to protest them to not be here. They were going to create 25,000 jobs. So, you know, I thought it would be pretty good, you know. But there's a lot of things to do over here in between Long Island and then we call it Manhattan too. It's real lot of things. The only thing is a little expensive though out in Manhattan. It is. And so well, it's the Hamptons too. But you got to check it out though. I mean, you know, you don't have to buy. You can just be a browser. That's what I'm a native New Yorker. I mean, I've been living in New York, born in Manhattan and stuff like that. And I love New York. I'll probably never leave it. You know, as far as I'm concerned, I love New York. Yes, people say it's expensive to live here. It is. There's no doubt about it. But you know, where am I going to go? You know, I mean, I go to the city sometimes. I take the train there. I like the hustle and bustle. You know, and you'll know what I'm talking about if you ever go visit there. But you should definitely check it out, though. And if you can't check out Long Island, at least spend a good time in there, Manhattan, you know, and pick out the good sites and stuff like that. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's really great. Anyway, guys, this is Rich Pasini signing off. I will talk to you the next time. Bye-bye.